Hello YouTube, this is Traegodia. Um, it's been a while since I've uploaded videos. I don't really do much anymore. I've kind of running out of ideas. Um, I'm going to cover in on a disturbing topic that I may have found um, this week and sometime during there. Um, there's a specific band that I've been looking into. My friend gave me a specific detail on who they may be, on who they are. They call themselves Blood on the Dance Floor. Now, what I'm thinking is, these guys, now I'm thinking, the first thing that hit my mind is Michael Jackson's song theme, Blood on the Dance Floor, which is a pretty good song. You should check that out later, which in a minute, I will probably link that in the description below. But, one thing that I find disturbing about this band is that their marketing is on 12-year-old to 14-year-old girls. Now, normally, what? Okay. Normally, I don't give a shit about shit like this, but I just want to cover one thing. You guys, Blood on the Dance Floor, you guys, especially Davi Vanity, you guys are fucking sick, man. I mean, I've seen some of your shows, and the killing part is you have kids that listen in on your fucking songs, and I'm trying to understand the key point factor behind, the shit that you're telling all these young ass kids to do. Like, I just don't get it, and parents are telling their kids, rap is bad for you, blah, 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 blah. Well, you listening to these motherfuckers, they even worse, Who the fuck sticks their ass into a crowd of minors? Mind you that they're minors. Who the fuck sticks their ass in a crowd of minors? You gotta help me understand your reason on doing that shit, When I first saw that, thanks to a guy that did previous rants on them. Can't really pronounce his YouTube account, but he does a ton of rants on them. GAT or something like that. Yeah, I checked that shit out and I was disgusted. After I saw that, I wanted to take the nearest knife and carve out my eyeballs. Basically, after I watched that ass scene, I felt like a little girl chained up in his closet that tormently waits for Davi Vandy to come home every night and molest. Crazy bands that do shit like this, normal other crazy bands who do shit like this normally, only do this for consenting adults, and older kids. These girls are 12 years old to girls just getting into high school. And the thing that makes this all worse is the fact that the parents don't see what, the problem is. Most parents don't know about this. You parents gotta wake up. I'm serious. It's bad when an 18-year-old single bachelor says that. You gotta wake up. Because I'm worried about the younger generation. I mean, generations younger than me. And I'm worried about that shit. And it doesn't put me at ease because I gotta think about it. I got a little sister and a little brother who's young. Like, I got a 4-year-old sister and I got a 4-month-old brother. 4-month-old brother. It's just shit like this that disgusts me. And I know in previous rants, you're probably gonna say, "Oh, Trey, you're just probably thinking the same thing." No, this is a different matter. I'm not even raging or yelling and throwing a fit like other people would. There is no other way I can describe how disgusted I am by Blood of the Dance Floor. And the sad part is, one of your songs, I listened to the lyrics of one of your songs. I saw them. Lyrics to "I'm a Monster" break it up, rape it up. I'll bust a freaking nut. I don't even remember, the song basically. Shake your butt till I bust a freaking nut. That's in the second verse of that fucking song. And then we got another one, Scream for My Ice Cream. I will not get into the lyrics on that one because that shit is... Ugh. The point is, in this faction, is that young ass kids are listening to that shit and they think it's alright. Hell, kids are having kids. You know something? The middle school I went to, kids are already, the kids up there were popping off babies already. Now it's gonna be twice as worse, and we have people like Davi Vanity out there running around, and I'm probably gonna get some shit later from his fucking retarded ass fans that, oh, other bands do shit like this. Rappers, because I'm black, keep in mind, rappers do shit like this. Don't even get me fucking started. The performers that do crazy shit like this wouldn't exactly, encourage kids that it's okay to have sex when you're not in the age of consent, especially when you're marketing children. You know, it freezes my tongue when I try to talk, because I'm thinking about this shit even more now, and it's scaring me. It scares me because when I grew up in a different environment. Let's just say that much. It wasn't a hood environment. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, I grew up in the South. We get it down, blah, blah. I'm not saying that's where I grew up at. No, where I grew up was in a different state, not in Illinois, but was in a different area. It was a hood, but it was also a nice area too. Certain parts of it was a hood, but it was all the same neighborhood. It was an apartment, more so and so. I grew up with a man who literally showed me, I could not even talk a hint of ghetto to him. Now he was mixed and Irish. I grew up learning how to speak proper English. Okay, this guy, my grandfather, God rest his soul, literally told me every value to life. He taught me honor. He actually told me to speak like I got some fucking sense. Because trust me, not a lot of you out there actually have that. The music I listened to was the old shit, the classic shit. But that shit even then has more fucking honor than a shit that Blood in the Dance Chord could ever throw out on record. And to any of you fucking your retarded fans, or should I say fantards out there, you should take a hint and know that he doesn't care about you. He really doesn't. They claim to be and the thing that gets me about these guys, I'm sorry if I'm cutting my speech up. The thing that gets me about these guys is that they claim to be anti-bullying activists, which I don't understand. If you listen to their song, Revenge Porn, it's basically encouraging, it's basically saying, he's taking pictures that his girlfriend sent to him, and now that she broke up with him, now he's posting that shit over thing where they can all call her for slut. All of them can make her look like a slut, It's just shit like this that just makes whatever you say obsolete. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hater. Oh, Traego, eat shit and die. Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you. If anybody really has a problem, y'all can hit up my Twitter. It is King Traegodia on Twitter. Or you can look up blackgriffin_23. That's another thing. Or if you got a problem and you want to talk to me personally, I can take the heat. Trust me. And just hit up my fucking comment box or hit up my inbox. But for the normal people that understand what I'm talking about from this, y'all can understand the message. I mean, half of y'all, if y'all had kids or a younger brother and sister, and they ended up saying some shit that is too early for them to understand, and you had no idea where it was coming from, yet you were buying the CDs from them, wouldn't you get confused too, like where the fuck they're getting their twisted vocab from? A fucking 4-year-old basically her favorite song is "I'm a Monster," and as I said earlier, and the second verse is highly sexual. And I'm sorry. I just don't know what the hell this world has come to. I gave up on society, but this just flushes. I didn't know how low we have gotten at this point. I'm sorry. And you know something? He has done a ton of shit. Davi Vanity, his name right there should give you plenty of red lights. You know, vanity, conceited. That's another word for it. Full of oneself. You know, it's just shit. This is giving me a headache. Remind me, after this video, to bash my skull in with the hammer and put myself out in suspended sleep until this world gets itself straight. Because until all of this shit gets straight, I'm not sure if I have any hope for human life at this point. You know, it is bad when you can say shit like that. You know, and Blood on the Dance Floor in my high school was not, you know, really popular around there. I mean, I would rather be locked in a room, tied up in a chair, with a gag rope in my mouth, than fucking go see a show of Blood on the Dance Floor. I'd rather go to prison and get butt raped versus listening to Blood on the Dance Floor. Their songs are that terrible, and Davi Vanity, I hope you die the worst possible death known to man. That's all I gotta say to you. You fucking pedophile. You are just god awful, dude. And the way, you know, you guys get so offended is just... You guys think you're up here, but you're really down here. It's so sad that your fans are based on 12-year-old girls. Considering the fact that, you know, you guys can't Photoshop for your fucking lives. And the thing that makes this terrible is you know that, and when people bring shit like this up to you, you either ignore them, you don't answer their question, or you get their fans to jump them. That's basically how you solve your problems, and as you can see, I have no respect for you in that category. Well, this has been fun. I got places to be. I will make a new video later. Peace. Oh, and fuck you, Blood on the Dance Floor, in case you guys leave me, you know, and try to sue me and shit. Freedom of speech, bitches. And yeah, that's all. Good shit, good day.